Hi, so this week I'm still in the UK, here in my home in Glastonbury in Somerset. Only a few days left though before I set off again on one of my travels. This time I'm flying to the US, most concrete to Hollywood in California, in LA, where I will be traveling with 10 other women with the Phenomenal Woman show. We will be presenting our book, Phenomenal Woman, participating in a TV show and speaking in a gala event, among other things. Each of us women represent a different archetype of the woman today, but all of us have one thing in common. We are doing this in order to contribute to the new paradigm shift that is happening in our world today. This paradigm shift is a change in consciousness, a shift in consciousness. We are transforming our species into a better version of ourselves. We are in constant evolution as human beings, but now the transformation is faster because of the negative effect that being stuck in the current ways is creating in the planet. Hence, we need to move fast. This evolved human being is a conscious person who has developed inner qualities like compassion, kindness, altruism, inner peace, unconditional love, unity consciousness, oneness, diversity, equanimity, and many others. All godlike qualities. And this transformation will have a massive effect in all the things we do as humans. And one of them is business. Business will need to transform into conscious business if they want to survive this shift. The newer generations come already with new values. They want to work for companies that think of the well-being of the planet and the happiness of their employees. And they want to have purpose at work. Companies who want to survive to this shift will have to adapt, and they can do that by adopting new ways of leading people. Therefore, leadership is the key. Conscious leadership. And this new leadership will be based on values such as love, compassion, kindness, and all the others that were mentioned earlier, working from developing people's strengths. The employees of the future will be looking for honesty, congruency, integrity, and vulnerability as main traits of character for potential employees. Collaboration will have totally replaced competition. People will collaborate with each other. I mean, it's already happening. And competition will only be with oneself. We will compete each day with ourselves to be the better versions that we can be. And this is already happening. So leadership skills, entrepreneurial skills will be valued and keys for the development of each business, where each person will be their own personal brand. This, again, is already happening. The future is already here, and in this new paradigm, where businesses will need to adapt to the new generations and the new paradigm in order to survive, businesses will be conscious businesses, where they will not be working in silos anymore, where profit will not be the major motivational force. The main motivational force will be making an impact, leaving a legacy that contributes to making the world a better place because this business was in it and made a huge impact. We're already living in an era where we must learn to unlearn and relearn. We have to be emptied before we can be filled with new information. In the same way, we need to be ready to leave limiting beliefs and outdated values in order to acquire new ones, to see things from new perspectives and understand new concepts. For that, we must develop flexibility and adaptability so that we can learn new ways of doing the same thing, but in order to obtain different results, more sustainable results that are better for the well-being of the whole. This new paradigm is not focused on the self, on survival. This new paradigm is focused on the whole, on the global scale of the impact that our work, our thoughts, our presence can have. We are talking here about an upgraded version of the human being. I like to call it the version 5.0. With my project Woman 5.0, I take women into this transformation because it is mainly women who need to be empowered and take the lead of this huge transformation. And this is part of our work in Hollywood from next week. And this transformation must start with the heart, because it is only from an open heart that positive transformation can take place. But many people ask me, what is exactly an open heart? We talk about the spiritual heart here, the sacred heart, where our soul lives, that eternal part of us that in its core, it's pure consciousness. An open heart is a heart that is clear of fear and ready to be loved fully, ready to love in its soul essence. A heart that has eliminated all the barriers, all the covers that we have put to ourselves over the years. You know, when we've been hurt in the past, with every pain we felt, we put covers to our heart and we start to lose that innocence of the child we once were. We don't trust fully anymore because of that fear of being hurt. And in any type of relationship, we decide not to give ourselves fully because our hearts will break again, and we know how painful it is. So hence we create a world around us based on fear and close to love. And for this huge transformation we're talking about to take place, this new paradigm, we must first remove all these layers that we have created around our hearts and start being the loving beings we once were. Years ago, before the first trauma, before the first painful memory. With an open heart, humans are invincible. And together, imagine all open and vulnerable, we can create a beautiful world where we will thrive as species, where we will flourish in the infinite abundance that the universe offers to us. This is our hope for the future, creating conscious leaders, everyone responsible for themselves and the environment, leading from the full open heart. So how can you open your heart? My method is the one I inherited from a spiritual teacher and master, Isis Livingstone. It starts with a wonderful meditation that will assist you in opening your heart. You can find the link at the bottom. And then contact me to heal your heart, removing all those layers and taking your life to new levels of joy so that you too can start co-creating this beautiful new paradigm for all.